Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down.
27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
Packer first down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Working from the gun, it's Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Buccaneers 7. Packers nothing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Ryan Suckup.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Complete to Aaron
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Shotgun now for Brady.
30-yard line.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down.
5-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Operating from the gun. Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Packers nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
For me, studying Antoine Winfield Jr., the question came to my mind, what's not to like about this guy? Everyone's talking about his size and calling him undersized at 5'9" because he's playing safety. But the roles have reversed in the NFL so much that you don't worry about that anymore. He would have been a corner in a different era, but now he can play safety and play it so well. Love his instincts, always around the football, and has the ability to elevate his game to match the opponent. By the way, he tackles awfully well for a guy that they call undersized.
Brady now on 1st down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Packer first down.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down, Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
2nd and 10. At the Buccaneers.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, slant to Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 27, Packers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 38. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
By the Packers.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6.
Rodgers.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 28-yard.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, Bernard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Interesting note about our two quarterbacks, Brady and Rodgers. This is sort of a rubber match for these guys. They've been around a long time. We all know that, but they've only met twice before, with Rodgers winning in 2014. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Brady. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Butler, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
By the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 17-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do?
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Now it's Rodgers.
That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Buccaneers 30.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
He's tackled.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers punches with a catch over the middle.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
First target, first catch at a 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Buccaneers 30, Packers 24.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it here with Bernard. And Nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long.
From the gun, Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the mark.
And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on down. It'll be a loss of 1, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rodgers pass.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Intended a Pro Bowl wideout, Devontae Adams, his intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Rodgers.
And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
Tackle made at the 21.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains.
And a Packer 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Crosby with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter. That was after a good 1st half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now a carry for Bernard. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
First down and much more here for Jones. And he gets this one down to the 24. 27 yards there, a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers 17. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's third and 2 now. Now Bernard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run with Bernard. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 73 yards.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught at the 1. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll begin here with Bernard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
21-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 11.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver. Third down here. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know, they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll go again to Jones. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
15-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
And they will take a knee here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, that was a third and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
They'll run it with Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
They don't know my name. I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up.